Hello, and thanks for joining us for the latest Daily Record in Conversation. This week, I'm delighted to be joined by the Derby County defender and Scottish international, Max Johnston. Max, brilliant to see you. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, really good, thank you. Good to be back fit and playing football again. So, no, all good.
Appreciate you giving up some time this week. It's a big week for you on the domestic front.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, we've got the last game of the season, but hopefully, there's still a chance that we can make the playoffs. So, no, it's going to be a big weekend for us.
So basically there's three teams battling for the final playoff spot.
Yeah.
I think you have got Sheffield United. You need to beat them.
Yeah.
And you need Wrexham and Hull to drop points. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah.
So a nail-biting finish for everyone concerned.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be exciting. Of course, all the games kick off at the same time as well. So I'm sure we'll get a feel from the crowd how the other results are going. But all we can do is focus on ourselves and make sure we pick up the 3 points that we need.
I mean, certainly Sheffield United, they'll be a tough challenge anyway. They're a big team. I know the season hasn't probably gone the way they wanted, but they're a big club, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And they've got such a strong squad of players. We know how good they are and how good they can be. So, no, we'll definitely need to be at it this weekend.
But, I mean, it's a major goal, isn't it, if you could make the playoffs? I know there's a lot of ifs and buts, but it'd be some achievement, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was something we spoke about at the beginning of the season was that, of course, that's got to be the aim, that you want to make the playoffs and have the chance of getting promoted to the Premier League. So, no, it was definitely a target of ours and we're not far away.
When obviously you said when you joined it was the target, it was probably a slow start from the club, but they've really kicked in, haven't they, and pushing for the playoff spot now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, it was a difficult start to the season. We had a big squad full of new players. It probably took us a month or two to gel together. But as you can see now, we've managed to go on a good run and it's took us to where we are today.
In terms of how have you found the English Championship?
Really good. I've really enjoyed it. Of course, I had a difficult time with injury, but I think that says everything about the Championship, how relentless it is. It's Saturday, Tuesday, it's non-stop, but it's something I've really enjoyed, and when I've been fit enough to play, it's been a great league and challenging me, and I've learned a lot.
I mean, in terms of, when you were leaving Motherwell, you had the chance to go to the Championship then. Well, obviously, you chose to go to Austria. Was it just, do you not feel you were ready at that point? Was it quite a jump at that stage? Or was
it maybe wasn't that I wasn't ready. I would say personally it was I wanted to try something different. You see the success that Scottish players have had abroad, and that was something that always appealed to me. So that's kind of the decision I made at that time. But I think now in my career, the Championship's the perfect league for me to learn, and I'm at the perfect club for that as well.
No, I mean, in terms of, certainly when you left Motherwell, you went to Sturm Graz. There were a lot of eyebrows raised at that point. But you had two great seasons there, two and a bit great seasons there, didn't you? I mean, you won 2 leagues, you won an Austrian Cup, and you played Champions League football. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah, I know. When you say it like that, it sounds as if it worked out all right, to be fair, and it was a correct decision. So, no, listen, I loved my time in Austria, and there was no better club to go to than Sturm Graz. I mean, everyone at the club and the fans were just incredible with me and really welcomed me into their culture.
How did it help you as a player and as a person, like sort of moving away from sort of home comforts?
Yeah, it's obviously a big decision, being 19 years old and leaving home from what you know. It was something that I was probably ready for as well. I wanted that challenge of being out there myself and learning a new culture, a new language, and a new style of football as well. And I feel as I really grew on and off the pitch, which I'm extremely grateful for.
But then obviously my ticket was always an ambition to play south of the border.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my dad obviously played in England for a few clubs, so that was definitely an aim of mine. As you've seen how his career went.
Because in the summer you had a few options in different European leagues and that sort of thing. But what was it about Derby that was the lure there?
It was when I spoke to the manager, to be fair. I had a conversation with the manager, and I knew straight away he was the manager I wanted to play under. The style of play and just the direction that the club was going. It was something that really attracted me, and that's what brought me to Derby.
Because there has been a wee bit of investment in the squad this year. I mean, sort of thing. They are really trying to push the club forward again, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely, and you can see that, to be fair, with where we were last year in the league. We were just battling against relegation, and now we're pushing for playoffs. So it's been an amazing jump, but we just can't get too far ahead of ourselves. We need to keep a level head and just finish the season off strong.
How different is it playing in the Championship compared to, say, the Austrian Bundesliga?
Yeah, it's definitely a different challenge. There's so many good teams in the Championship. There's so many talented players as well. And that was another thing that attracted me to the league, was that I could learn so much from playing against these big teams and big players.
I mean, in terms of, there's quite a few in the Championship. You get up against quite a few of the Scottish boys as well, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. There's a good few of them down here, to be fair. So it's always nice to come up against a familiar face.
I mean, in terms of Scotland, I mean, you've had 4 caps now, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be desperate to get back involved with the national team.
Yeah, I was gutted that I missed the Denmark game through injury. But I was watching from home and I had my crutches in the air when Kenny scored that one from the halfway line. But no, it's of course a huge honour to be involved with the national team, and it's something I'm pushing for, definitely.
It probably pushed your rehab back a couple of weeks in that celebration.
I think it did. That's what Vinzi said as well. But no, it was of course an amazing moment for the whole country and the full squad and the staff.
I mean, obviously there's a big goal at the end of the season. The national team qualifying for the World Cup for the first time since 1998. I mean, every Scottish player would push them, would be desperate to be involved in that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone you probably spoke to said the same thing. It would be every boy's dream to go to the World Cup. So I'm sure everyone's giving it that little bit extra just to try and make sure that they're there.
I mean, obviously you've got a lot to push for in terms of with Derby still in the playoff mix. But I mean, has that been in the back of your mind as well, though, the last few weeks, trying to impress both for club and in terms for the country as well?
Yeah, of course. I think it's natural for it to be in your head and for that thought to cross your mind of, just make sure I play well, make sure I'm doing things right. But it's something that I try to do anyways, look after myself and make sure I'm playing well, doing the right things, and I can only hope that will give me the best opportunity.
I mean, in terms of, there's a fair bit of competition in that full-back area, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. There's so many talented fullbacks in that spot, but competition is such a good thing. So I'm grateful to be competing with such talented players.
Have you spoke to Steve Clarke of late since the injury?
No, I've not spoke to him.
No.
To be fair, I've just been cracking on with my rehab and enjoying my time at Derby, getting back fit.
I mean, the good thing is as well, I mean, you've been in a good few squads as well now, so he knows what you can do.
Yeah, and of course, I still feel as though I've got more to give as well. So no, it's definitely an ambition to get back in the squad and show what I'm all about.
I mean, in terms of America, I mean, it's any World Cup, it's been that long for Scotland that you look at the games, you know what I mean? Haiti, Morocco and Brazil, you know what I mean? It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. Of course, the Brazil one's the exciting one, isn't it? I think everyone looks towards that game, but you look at Morocco and Haiti as well. It's going to be such an amazing trip and one I'm hoping to be part of.
I mean, in terms of you know the squad you've been involved in it, you know what I mean? There's a real togetherness there, but I mean, surely there must be a belief that this time that this could be the first team that could get out of that group stage.
Yeah, as you said, the squad is a really tight knit group. Everyone's really close, and there is a real togetherness there. And I think when you get to a tournament like the World Cup, you need to believe. There's no point in going if you don't believe that you're not going to make it out of the group stage. So no, I think the full squad will be on the same page with the correct mindset.
I mean, in terms of the belief, that probably there wasn't a lot of people who expected Scotland to top that group anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, it just shows you when you go to a World Cup, you know anything can happen. So we'll definitely all be on the same page.
Oh, that's it. I mean, it helps as well that you've got we've got players as well playing at the very top level, haven't we? Like Tomine and Billy Gilmore, Shea Adams and Serie A. You know what I mean? We've got John McGinn and Andy Roberts in the Premier League, and that all helps as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of players you want to be playing with. I'm grateful to be in squads with and learning from these guys every day. I mean, you look how well Robbo's done in his career. He's had an unbelievable career. And even getting the opportunity to train with these guys, I can pick up little things that are going to benefit me and just learn from them every day.
In terms of when you're away with Scotland, I mean, a lot of people say it's like a club setup rather than a country sort of thing. Is that the case?
Yeah, I understand why people would say that, to be fair, just because the group's so close as well. Sometimes when you go away with the national team, it can be difficult. You've not played with many boys, however, our squad's so close that it does give off that kind of vibe.
What likes the national manager Steve Clarke to play under?
Really good. Of course, it's a massive honour to be involved. And of course, the style of play and stuff, it works for me. So I'm very grateful for any chance I get to put that jersey on.
I mean, the manager has had some record in his time in Scotland, two qualification for 2 Euros and a World Cup finals. It's not a bad return, is it?
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing, to be fair, when you actually look at what he's achieved. So now hopefully we can round it off for a good summer. I
don't want to put you in the spot there, but obviously there's been talk of a new deal for the manager beyond the World Cup. But he's done such a great job that you probably most of the players would be delighted to see him extend that beyond the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. As you said, he's done unbelievable, and I'm sure the boys would be delighted if he was to extend.
What is it about him that sort of gets the team going?
It's just that. It's that. Just that motivation, it gets you that feeling of pride that you are really playing for your country and you're here, and like this is it kind of feeling, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, it's just the way he gets the squad so close together as well and built that real bond. I think you can see how that plays out on the pitch.
What's been your Scotland highlight so far?
Definitely, when it went to VAR and I nearly get sent off against Denmark. Definitely know that one, to be fair. But of course, it was nice to get my first start and an assist against Iceland in the summer of last year. I think that was a special one for myself.
Does that mean when you make an impact in a game at that level, does that give you the confidence, that you can play at that level?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I was very grateful for the chance that I got the minutes back last summer, and I managed to make an impression. So no, it definitely gives you some confidence.
I mean, you've talking about the Brazil game as well. I mean, you were involved in you were on the bench for the France game. You know what I mean? That's the sort of levels you'll be at again, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of, as I said before about playing with Robbo and McGinn and stuff, like you want to be against these type of players as well. There's so much to learn from that caliber of player, so it would be amazing to be involved.
In terms of your journey so far, I mean, it's been different from the normal player sort of thing. You know what I mean? And you obviously came through at Motherwell, you went to Austria, the championship sort of thing. But that alternative route, I mean, it's really paid dividends, isn't it?
Yeah, I think obviously every player's got their own journey and their own pathway, and of course you just need to keep believing and keep working hard that you're going to get to where you want to be one day.
I mean, obviously we've spoken about the path, and what does the future hold for Max Johnston? What's your hopes?
Yeah, of course. This year's been a bit stop-start with the injuries and stuff. But for me just now, I try not to look too far into the future. I've got a big game at the weekend, so full focus is on there, and hopefully we can reach the playoffs and get a positive end to the season going into the summer.
Fingers crossed you get the playoffs this season and you can get up. But I mean, if you don't, I mean, that's certainly an ambition to get Derby County into the Premier League, isn't it? Again.
Yeah, 100%, and I think everyone at the club is on the same page with that. That's where we want to be as players and as a club as a whole. We want to be in the Premier League, so it's definitely an ambition.
I mean, because obviously it was a few years ago that they were in the Premier League, and you've seen the fan base and that. I mean, it's all set up for that level, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a massive club. You obviously, before I signed, I knew how big a club it was, but it takes really being here to understand like how big a club Derby County is.
Because I mean, I know it was before your time, but they have had a lot of problems financially, sort of thing. It's good that they're now on it. They seem on a solid foundation where they can build.
Yeah, definitely. And as you said, that foundation gives you the opportunity to bring in the caliber player that we have, and of course that then gives us a chance to push for playoffs and push into the Premier League as well.
Will you be on the phone to Mr. Conway looking for a favour from Middlesbrough tomorrow?
I'm going to actually drop him a text to be fair. I think he scored 2 at the weekend, so I'm just going to say I hope he never left him out the last weekend. He can save some for this weekend, so fingers crossed.
Have you got a few going down to the game tomorrow?
I do, yeah. I've just got some family and some friends coming down, so it'll be a good day.
Your mum and dad still your biggest supporters?
Yeah, definitely. They're down just now.
Are they?
Making sure I'm ready for the weekend. So no, it's good to have them down and have them part of such a big day.
How big an influence has your dad been in helping you and guiding you through things?
Yeah, massive. As I mentioned earlier, it's been a difficult season, of course, with the injuries and stuff. So my mum and dad have been a real help with that, and a real support barrier for me to bounce off. And to be fair, it's credit to the guys at the club as well, because they've been unbelievable when I've been myself, when my parents aren't down. The club have really looked after me and made sure I'm in the best possible shape to come back.
Mm-hmm. Good. In terms of, there's one of your former Storm Graz teammates now up here as well. Can I ask you a wee bit about Tochi?
Yeah.
Chukwuani? Hey,
Yeah.
can you give a bit of an insight into him? Did he speak to you before he signed on the dotted line at Ibrox?
He kept it quiet, mate. He kept it quiet, to be fair, yeah. Of course, in Austria, we had spoke about Rangers and Celtic before. Obviously, me being Scottish, we'd spoke about how big they are as clubs and stuff. But no, he kept it quiet until I seen it online and I messaged him, and then he started to talk about it a little bit.
So much. You could help him, give him an insight as well. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, once I got chatting to him, he was asking me what Glasgow's like, and obviously he knew how big a club Rangers was anyway. Everyone does. So now we got chatting a little bit.
How do you think he'll do? Or what he's done so far? Have you seen any of the games?
I've watched a few, to be fair, and I know what Tochi's like. I know what he can do, and I think he's been brilliant, to be fair. And from what I've heard, all the Rangers fans seem to be buzzing off him, which I'm delighted about.
What are his assets? What's his main part of his games of his game?
Well, of course he's got that physical presence, doesn't he? He's obviously a big lad and he's very physical in the midfield, but he's also got that quality on the ball, which you need from a midfielder.
Oh, interesting to see. Looks a decent addition.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I just ask you as well about one of your former clubs? Motherwell, they're doing all right this season there?
I know. They've been flying. I've been keeping tabs on their scores, to be fair. I always like to keep an eye on them. Of course, coming through there as a young boy. So now I've been supporting from afar.
And they played some decent football as well.
I know. I've not watched any of the games, but I've heard a lot of good things about the manager and the style of play.
Good. Well, Max, I appreciate your time very much. Thanks for that. I wish you all the best for the Saturday. I hope the results all go your way and you'll be in the playoffs. And fingers crossed beyond that, hopefully you'll make that final squad for Steve Clarke's World Cup squad.
Perfect. Thanks very much for having me, mate.
Good luck. Thank you and all the best.
Perfect. See you, mate.
Thanks for joining us on In Conversation. For all the latest sports and football news, join us at thedailyrecord.co.uk and across all social media channels. Until next time, thank you.